What if I told you that right now, today, dozens of Hollywood elites own private islands with zero law enforcement, zero press access, and zero oversight? The exact same setup that let Epstein hide his crimes for over a decade. Now I know, you'd want to know which ones. Today, we're going to look at 6 of them.
Now, before we get into it, I want to be completely clear. This video is not making direct accusations about any specific individual or location. We are not claiming that illegal activity is taking place on these islands. Many of the people mentioned are known for legitimate work and operate within legal boundaries. What this video explores is a simple question. Why does oversight sometimes appear limited? And even after everything reported about Jeffrey Epstein, why does there still seem to be a lack of transparency around privately owned, high-profile properties? The concern isn't always about a person. It can also be about systems that allow certain things to go unnoticed. That's what we're discussing today. Let's start with one of the most talked about examples. Naomi Campbell is reported to own a private island off the coast of Turkey. From above, the island has a unique design that resembles an eye. Some have compared it to the Eye of Horus from ancient Egyptian symbolism, though that interpretation is speculative. Putting the design aside, publicly discussed documents related to Epstein have included references to various high-profile individuals. It's important to remember that being mentioned in such documents does not, by itself, imply wrongdoing. Some reports describe social interactions between Epstein and public figures at events. However, these claims should be approached carefully, as not every reported connection indicates involvement in illegal activity. The goal here is not to draw conclusions, but to raise questions about transparency, accountability, and how systems operate when it comes to powerful individuals and private properties.
Now we move on to our next news. British supermodel Naomi Campbell has spoken out about her name appearing in the controversial Jeffrey Epstein files. In a statement shared on her social media, Campbell denied any connection to Epstein's criminal activities, despite being mentioned in emails, contact lists, and schedules released by the U.S. Justice Department.
A 2010 email from Ghislaine Maxwell, a known associate of Jeffrey Epstein, reportedly referenced offering 2 playmates to Naomi Campbell. Her team later clarified that this referred to male companions. Interpretations of that message vary and remain a matter of public discussion. According to available records, Naomi Campbell had documented contact with Epstein from 2001 to 2016, a period of 15 years, including emails, visits, and flights. Some of this contact reportedly continued after his 2008 conviction. Her legal representatives have stated that she was not aware of his criminal activities until his 2019 arrest. It's important to note that documented contact does not, by itself, establish wrongdoing. However, the duration and nature of such associations have raised questions in public conversations. Today, she is also reported to own a private property with limited public access. This brings us back to the broader issue. When properties are private, isolated, and subject to minimal external oversight, questions about transparency often follow. Now, let's move to another example. Oprah Winfrey does not own a traditional, private island, but her properties in South Africa have sometimes been discussed in a similar context of limited outside access. In 2007, she founded the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls, a high-profile educational initiative aimed at supporting underprivileged students. On paper, it was widely seen as a positive and impactful project. However, in 2011, serious allegations emerged involving a staff member, Virginia Tiny Makopo. Students accused her of misconduct, including abuse. These claims were investigated, and she was later acquitted in court. The situation raised broader concerns, not just about individual accountability, but about how such incidents could occur within a private, closely controlled environment. Critics questioned whether limited oversight and restricted access may have delayed detection of issues. Years later, in 2024, additional allegations regarding inappropriate conduct at the same institution were reported. Oprah's foundation denied these claims, but the discussion around transparency and institutional accountability continued.
What Oprah Winfrey has done for those children in that school, it's really encouraging, it's outstanding, it's really appreciated by the entire South Africans. But unfortunately, the justice system in every country is not about what you know, it's about what you can prove in a court of law.
Beyond the school, Oprah Winfrey also owns private retreat estates across parts of Africa, where high-profile guests are known to gather. These locations typically operate with limited public access and no regular media presence. To be clear, this video is not making any claims of wrongdoing. The broader point is that, in a post-Jeffrey Epstein era, any private facility, especially one involving young people and limited external oversight, naturally raises questions about transparency and accountability. Now, let's move to another example. Island 3. Richard Branson's Necker Island in the British Virgin Islands. Branson purchased Necker Island in 1979 for around $120,000. Today, it's estimated to be worth hundreds of millions and is considered one of the most exclusive private resorts in the world. Over the years, the island has hosted numerous high-profile figures, including Barack Obama, Princess Diana, Prince Harry, Nelson Mandela, and Tony Blair. Public figures from entertainment such as Mariah Carey and Harry Styles have also been associated with visits. Events held there are typically private, with no media coverage or publicly available records of discussions. In 2007, Branson also purchased a neighboring property, Mosquito Island, expanding his private holdings. These locations are often rented for private events, including retreats and gatherings which are conducted away from public view. While this level of privacy is not unusual for luxury properties, it has become a topic of discussion when considering transparency in exclusive spaces. Island 4. David Copperfield's Musha Cay in the Bahamas. Copperfield owns a group of islands, totaling hundreds of acres, with Musha Cay being the primary one. The property is marketed as a luxury private destination, available for exclusive rental. The island features high-end accommodations, private entertainment spaces, and unique themed elements designed to match his background in illusion and performance. Some of these features, such as hidden entryways and immersive experiences, are part of the resort's branding. Public statements by Copperfield have included references to discovering unusual natural features on the island. These claims are generally viewed as part of the property's storytelling and promotional narrative. As with other private island resorts, access is restricted, and there is minimal outside visibility into private events held there. This level of exclusivity is common in ultra-luxury destinations, but it also contributes to ongoing conversations about oversight and transparency. Island 5. Leonardo DiCaprio's Blackador Cay in Belize. In 2005, DiCaprio purchased this island, with plans to develop an eco-friendly resort focused on sustainability. The project was widely discussed as a potential model for environmentally responsible tourism. However, as of recent years, development has faced delays due to environmental concerns and regulatory challenges. Critics and environmental groups have raised questions about the potential impact on nearby ecosystems. While no construction has been completed publicly, the project remains associated with long-term planning and environmental considerations. Discussions around it often center on whether such developments can balance luxury tourism with ecological protection. Island 6. Faith Hill and Tim McGraw's Island in the Bahamas. This property is generally described as a private family retreat. Unlike other examples, it has not been linked to major controversies or public concerns. By most accounts, it serves as a personal getaway, reflecting a more typical use of private island ownership without broader speculation. Overall, the discussion here isn't about making accusations. It's about asking a broader question. In highly private, exclusive environments with limited oversight, how is transparency maintained, and who ensures accountability?
Welcome to WOW! We are in one of the most beautiful places in the world, and you're about to find out what $35 million buys in paradise.
But this is exactly why they're included on this list. It's not about personal image or public reputation. It's about how private islands operate by design, with limited oversight, restricted access, and minimal transparency. The concern isn't about individuals like Faith Hill or Tim McGraw. The broader issue is the system itself. Cases like Jeffrey Epstein raised global awareness about how gaps in oversight can be misused. That has led to ongoing discussions about whether similar environments should have clearer accountability measures. Reports and document releases related to Epstein have sparked public debate, but questions about structural oversight in private, high-security locations still remain part of that conversation. Before wrapping up, it's important to be clear. This video is not accusing any of the individuals mentioned of illegal activity. That is not the purpose here. People like Richard Branson, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Oprah Winfrey have all contributed to their respective fields in meaningful ways. These are established facts. The focus of this video is a single question. After everything that has come to light in widely reported cases, should there be clearer oversight systems for private islands and exclusive facilities owned by extremely wealthy individuals? That conversation is ongoing, and different people will have different perspectives. Now, I'd like to hear from you. What are your thoughts on transparency and accountability in such environments? Share your opinion in the comments. If you're interested in thoughtful, in-depth content like this, consider subscribing for more discussions that explore complex topics from multiple angles. That's all for today. See you in the next one.